all that end with me.
Taking a break from the chocolate factory to chat a little bit with us is Kaplan himself. So Kaplan, the team seems really, really hype. Help us get a sense of the vibes of the team right now, especially since it's an elimination match. And did Haven go exactly the way you prepped for?
Yeah, the vibes are very high. Like we agreed going out here, let's not be afraid to acknowledge we're in a big stadium, there's a big crowd, there's energy, there's lights. Let's lean into it. Let's have fun with it and let's trust it'll empower us. And then as for Haven, I had no idea what to expect from them. That was a surprise comp. Had to call kind of both timeouts to get on track on defense. It's always tricky to try to make adjustments when you're coming in really excited at the same time, but really impressed with the composure, and I think the guys did a great job closing it out.
Well, the boys are born for this stage, so how are you feeling about the next map?
Pretty good. Hopefully less surprises, so that's always a little bit comfortable as a coach.
Well, we'll send you back to the chocolate factory now, and best of luck.
Thank you.
It is always great to see Coach Kaplan smile. It was a fantastic start for Sentinels. I'm back on the desk with Kakuka, Mimi, and a special guest is Coach Josh RT from G2. Welcome.
I'm just happy to be here once again.
We're very happy to have you here. Did that map go the way that you thought it was going to go after seeing the Heretic comp?
Honestly, once Sentinels start to key in onto the comps for like win conditions and start to understand that they like to play onside post and like they would try to use the Sage Wall to buy time, they start to play against the comp really well.
Yeah, I think towards the end, after that second timeout from Kaplan, they found the right adaptations, playing really heavy on those C and B sites and being a lot more willing to disrespect that utility, to fight in together and play into that flood alongside the two anchors that they had on those sites, which got them just enough rounds to pull things off once they switch over to that attack.
Yeah, exactly. We started with the Sentinels that was very comfortable in the first 4 rounds. They thought it was going to be an easy trip. And actually, Team Heretics starts playing to the strength. Just go onto side, put that wall up, send Carnalito, just get the spike down. But as you're saying, Mimi, once Sentinels got to the key of they need to stop that from happening, they cannot allow them to get to those positions and make such great use of that utility that it started looking easier.
Yeah, so like the key to victory for Sentinels on defense was mainly their onsite defense with the 2 or more anchors. And all they needed to do is stay alive, use their utility to buy time for the rotations to come. Since the Heretics kind of were telegraphed on their hits, they like to play really pack heavy. And so once Sentinels keyed in on that, they start to convert.
And I really want to give credit to Tens as an individual in that one. Even when he wasn't the side anchor, he did a really good job of using his Omen TPs to proactively get in positions to play with the anchor and keep his team in winning positions. And his performance across this map was just out of this world. The only player left in this tournament who could tie the record for most trophies ever won by a single player at 3. And I mean, he's playing like he wants it.
Yeah, and I saw a tweet just now in the break saying, oh, Tens is back. I think that's disrespectful, Kakuka. Oh, heck, Tens has been back. Tens has never left.
Totally, right? I feel like throughout the tournament against Fnatic in the most important matches, that's when he shows up. But another 2 people that show up constantly, regionally and here on the big stage, it has to be Boo and Minimo. Even though they did not win this map, things were very complicated. Imagine that you take this composition out. First played ever in the history of Valorant that this comp is played on Haven. You take this risk and you put this 2 to support each other. Miniboo just going in crazy, and Boo, not only the IGL that he's been having throughout this entire tournament, but especially being put in these situations, it looks like he's been doing it forever.
Yeah, you can see the chemistry of the brothers, Josh, on the server.
Yeah, for sure. Since that was their first time playing that with that composition, you would notice that they would play Raze and Sage together at A site, and they were actually 2-man hold the site. Normally, that site requires 3, and they were able to mix it up and keep Sentinels guessing.
Yeah, and going into this next map as well, we were talking about this a little bit, likely to continue with those 2 playing together. It must feel incredible to get to be up there on this big stage, even in these tough moments, with your brother alongside you, and they'll need to rally back here. This team has made lower bracket runs before, they've bounced back before, but this is still a big task to come back in this series and stay alive.
Yeah, my hopium is Kakuka. Heretics should not have any issues on Icebox.
I mean, are they going to change the composition? I do not expect it, right? I think that the moment that they decided to to stick with this Neon. That is what they were going for. They decided to come here to Icebox. Out of all the options that they had, maybe even some bind after how comfortable they said they were feeling, they decided to go for this one. And I feel like the head-to-head between Zekken and Miniboo, I understand that it is something that we want to see. We wanted to see flashy, but the style is very, very different when you talk about entering the site.
Yeah, Miniboo's Neon. You like it? You're a fan?
Well, for the system they provided, I think it's really good for them. They already played that comp that Sentinels runs, the KO Sova, multiple times already, previously against DRX. So, like, I would like to see Miniboo like rotate quickly based on like Boo's information and Rian's information, and based on that, their defense like works for them.
I do think they need a good start on this attack. This is one of those maps where Miniboo is going to be super sacrificial, going in first, going for those openers, and it relies a lot on players like Benji to come online for Team Heretics to trade them out and stay in it.
It does indeed. It might not be another chance here, Pansy, and still Heretics, they have to win if they want to keep their champions' dreams alive.
One life left for Heretics. It all comes down to this. A pick that certainly turned our attention, a composition change in the final hours coming out to this tournament, and pressure on those players is now astronomical. Josh, how are they going to handle this? What are your thoughts on their composition here? Sentinels have the grace of a map in the bag now.
When I looked at the Icebox pick, I thought maybe they were switching something up to get a little bit of a curveball that Sentinels wouldn't expect, but they're sticking with the same composition. So what they could do is change up how they play that composition. We see a lot of these 5-man hits. Maybe we see them get a little bit more loose at middle, send Benji up that way a little bit more, try to send more people with Boo on these B-lurks. Zekken has that Sheriff, had that B-line, but he's gonna peel off of it a little bit. That mid-hold from Sentinels, they got that turret as well. Happy to play for that retake.
Yeah, just setting tempo, just taking the time.
And they're Team Heretics, they're slowing down right now. They're kind of feeling out the map, seeing what space they can get, see if Sentinels bites on anything. But Sentinels doesn't really bite. When they have their setups that they're happy to sit in, they wait as long as they need to make sure that the enemy is fully committed. Hey, you're just doing a fake? Cool. You're going to end up coming into my gamble stack. Oh, you actually went there. Cool. We're fine doing the retakes. We showed you how many times we can do it on Haven. When our backs are against the wall, we'll make it happen.
And it is interesting to see no support, though, on the way for Zekken here. At this point, he has had to fall back pretty deep. He's playing somewhat safe, though, I feel, now in CT. But he's going to hear this. He's going to hear commitment behind it. The lurk now coming in middle.
And that spike plant position is going to be for B main and middle. So if these players are able to stay alive at kitchen as long as possible and bleed the time from the clock, that is their win condition.
Yeah, Boo and Benji.
Saucy also has a Sheriff in hand and Zelsis. 3 Sheriffs on this retake.
They've fallen away from kitchen to play dedicated towards side, and again, Zekken once again checked on. He's not getting any freedom to play into this. So it's the vast majority of players now working back in. They're going to know where that spike is planted specifically for, but there's still a man on the site, and Boo shows his hand, takes away Tens and looks for a follow-up. Zelsis next in line. He can't stand any longer. Finally falls, but as did Wood. That's an issue. Now they're starting to lose our numbers of 4v3.
Reflank from Benji.
And now you're going to look at that back line. You're looking at the likes of Benji to find some value. You're banking on Benji! Finding both! Keeps the plant safe. And Heretics this time get their pistol.
That is the first pistol round on the board for Team Heretics. And I think an important thing to talk about in the context of how that Haven map fell apart for them towards the end. That's 2 pistol rounds that you lose. And then they also lost that round. I caught Sentinels to 11 rounds, back up like a gun in Classics.
Yeah.
That could have been a lot closer. That could have been a 12-12. I see that going the distance. So if Team Heretics is able to pick up at least one of the pistols here, convert those next few rounds, maybe they have a chance to show what they did against DRX.
And the gamble stack here. I think Dizzy did his work, but still, Zekken persists. And the timing could be nice here. No, we're going to find Zelsis and damage. Yeah, okay, Heretics not going to be caught off guard, really. Very conscious of Sentinels trying to get in their face, but this is fine. They were happy to go for a gamble.
The rare occasion that the Sentinels Classic isn't actually effective, getting any damage in a flawless round coming for Team Heretics. So going into that first gun round, the bonus round really for Team Heretics. They had a Ghost on Benji. They have a couple of Spectres. They have that Neon. They could do a fast play. I like their approach on that pistol round. They've done it before where they get that B main control, then that B main hit comes in, when that Viper wall's on full charge, they make that noise and the split comes through middle. If they're able to reproduce those types of situations on weapons like this, that could be something that Sentinel struggles to deal with here. But looks like a slow opening.
I mean, we got 3 players here. Do we have a little bit of a scrap on this one? Already Heretics heading this way. Gonna leave Zekken posted up by Pipes here. Sassy by his side, and then just a little bit lower down his 10s.
A little bit of a switch up on the Team Heretics side. Normally they would have Boo over towards that B area and Benji kind of lurking around middle, maybe grouped with his team. But right now, Benji's on his lonesome and Boo's grouped with a team. I think an important change, keeping that Viper alive. This drone getting so much value, seeing so many players, but still...
High flash should have swing, but he couldn't get the bullet where he wanted it. It looked so perfect. I like them trying to be proactive though there, Josh.
Those mini bite-sized plays are what Sentinels is really good at, just finding that opportunity to get that first kill or be able to get a little bit of map control. Big scan, Benji's at middle, trying to take out that turret. He can call them back and forth. If they make a pressure towards B, Benji can catch players in the back on that rotation. Even this kill on this turret might stir a reaction. 40 seconds though, time's getting low, and Team Heretics is needing to hit soon.
Yeah, Zels is the one to be pulled away. That might be the best that they can hope for. So now, Heretics have to play forward. You're going to have to take that space, take that fight, take the bull by the horns, and Sassy overwhelmed, but the backbone stands. Tens again with 2. Zelsis makes it back towards the site. He handles business, leaving Benji in a 1v3, but he does have a rifle. How far does Benji go on this? Has a look, 10 seconds. He ain't got much of a time to play with, no. Well played by Sentinels to hold that back of the site securely. Again, a bonus round though for Heretics, so they can go for those riskier choices.
A little bit of decent damage, but Sentinels again sticking to their guns. Once they've decided that their feet are firmly planted in this position, they're chill. And a reason for that, especially in a matchup like this against Team Heretics, Team Heretics doesn't really do those audibles. Once they show that they want to go somewhere, they wait, they recharge, and then they try again. It's very rare that they actually try to pivot and go somewhere else. So Sentinels have them read, decide to sit there, and stick to their guns. And hey, it's working for them.
Now we get into the real meat of it though. This is the fun part. 10 still controlling, trying to set up Zelsis this time. Love the unison between these two. Synergy is fantastic.
A little bit of fake pressure towards A, Team Heretics, getting that control. Also, slipping the gap at B, but Boo, he's the first point of contact here and going down. That means they lose the wall. Needing to use middle now if they want to be able to close out this round, or when they go B, they can't instantly go for that plant. They got to take that space, look for another duel. This next fight, John QT, how do you play this?
And Zelsis is getting closer though. Yeah, he's still a little bit worried about middle, but again, he could bank on that turret, maybe a touch, but still, this is John QT potentially isolated. Got to be careful, not outstay his welcome. A risk too far. Normally quite the mastermind, quite a diligent player, but that felt desperate even at a man advantage.
And Rians just picked up the ultimate orb just before that spike got planted. He's got his ultimate. Spike not planted for that mid flank this time, so B main is the main point of contention, but both Vipers out.
This is the start, a tap on the spike, and Zelsis looking to close the gap, but it's Miniboo to answer back, and he gets out swung. Zelsis goes wide, takes down Miniboo, and another go on the spike here. One to get half. Anyone going to deal with this? Anyone going to swing on this one? Finally, they take it away, but the defuse is happening. Oh, that was so close. And again, he has to try and close the gap, but there's nothing more to be done. Right under their noses, a fumble from Heretics.
No other word to describe it than a fumble. And those types of rounds, if Sentinels is able to steal it away, that is when they start gaining that momentum. And right here, you can see the body language on the players of Team Heretics, how Boo is talking to the team, the rest of the team, not animated, quiet. It's just crazy. A gift from John QT, peeking from Snowman.
Gustavo,
5 versus 4.
I love that sacrification from you.
Or
Good job.
for that retake. They don't even have that in play, and they still close it out. Team Heretics needs to do better.
They might just get punished here. Look at Zekken, Outlaws out, and you can look at the light shields. Struggling financially, Heretics.
This Outlaw is going to be devastating. Riens, he had full HP. He has that Vandal, or he had it. Pass around a little bit to Miniboo in this situation right now. creep up towards A, but again, Sentinels on the stack. They have that line at B on Zekken. He's on top. No threat. Alarm bot, turret, active. Zelsis pivoting, ready to be that fourth player on that A site, and this triangle setup again from Sentinels. We see them stick to these types of setups, and yes, they have this pop flash as well. So as soon as this execute comes in from Team Heretics, they're going to use that orb. They're going to place the shocks, the Viper's molly. The wingman's going to come in.
Oh, Mini
wait, that first kill though.
That's huge. That's his ult now. He can cycle that rifle back, but 10 stands in their way. Does he commit to this angle? How long does 10 stay in the danger zone here? Still playing up towards those rafters. Miniboo waiting, but the flash is perfect. It's on the money, and Tibbs is doing damage! Oh, and a third! That's what you need from him! Big players making big plays in big games, and now Benji can do nothing but die! The ace taken away, but who cares?
Tens. Grown man plays right there. His team's backing out. They play their retakes all the time by waiting and slowly getting a concave, crushing their opponents. But here, he's like, dude, you saw me on Haven. I don't care. He walks out one at a time, just deletes them from the server.
The Terminator's in the server!
Yeah, not wrong, not wrong. There's something about Tens when he gets on stage, is give the man a crowd. He deserves it. And an instant pause from Heretics. There's blood in the water. There is blood in the water, and Sentinels are circling. It is worrying. Because for this roster, at least in my mind, for this composition to work as well, you have to be confident, selfless if you're Miniboo as well, taking this space, getting those reads. But we've seen issues here, Josh. They look a little bit shaky in certain areas. Those post plants being pressured in really uncomfortable ways. It looks like they're letting this slip a little.
This might be one of those situations we've talked about before with Heretics, is that they do have a pretty young roster. And
yeah,
you know, in EMEA we talked about it as well, where they have issues getting past that finish line. We've seen it in multiple different instances this year so far. We saw it in kickoff, how they fall to KC. We saw it in stage 1, they lose to Fnatic. We see it at an international event, they lose to Gen.G. So all these situations, it's like that last little hump to get over. That's where they crumble, and it can be to the confidence, it could be to the nerves and the pressure of the stage. Yep. It could be that they just unravel when they lose a bad round. They can't rebound mentally, but they need to get focused here, because right now, Sentinels, especially Tens right now, is having a game.
And you talk about momentum, you talk about confidence, you talk about that X factor. Rounds like that are what we mean. These players on SEN can give you them. Now Heretics can as well, but they've got to start now. This could be the fatal blow. And it could start at a scoreline like 3-2. Feels almost innocuous at times, but it could be so deadly. As Heretics look for a change, look for a switch up, but it looks like Sentinels have the read. And they got the kill. Rienz goes down. Handled in middle and sent back towards spawn.
A 5-man reclear. They have the great retake ultimates locked down. Tens has his ultimate as well to turn off all the abilities. Team Heretics trying to do so much by getting up middle. With that extremity pressure, Benji, and oh no, he goes down 2. The timing from Saucy, and 5v3. Team Heretics, like, right now, you don't really have that many options. Boo on this late flank around the world as well.
And the Terminator's closing in. Hunter's Fury's there, just going to secure safety. And they're running out of options. This map is just closing in on them. You're banking on Boo here. Now, John QT made a little bit of an uncharacteristic mistake last time. This time, I doubt it. And Zekken getting curious.
That's a big swing right there, Boo. And John QT, this Viper.
But they, oh, an opportunity missed and a lifeline made for Boo. The lockdown's there, 15 seconds. I don't know what they're meant to do here. The plant's at least in, but they have to fall so far back. Zelsis already going to find Miniboo, and the other two trying to cross, and Zelsis takes them down. This is just going from bad to worse for Heretics, and the uphill swing for Sentinels is here.
That was off the back as well. Team Heretics taking that timeout, coaches getting involved, calling this play. Everything was about that 3-man pack in middle to cause enough of a disruption, get the kills, get that map control to make Sentinels feel very uncomfortable. But what happens is a 5-man reclear from Sentinels, get that kill, find Benji lurking through that A site, and are able to just close it out. Team Heretics, all they have to rely on are those set plays, the plans from the start of the round, their adaptations, calling those pivots on audibles in these mid-rounds, non-existent.
It's got to start now for Heretics. You wanted a chance to make it to the finals. Here in the likes of Champs, you have to take on teams like this. There are no weak links anymore. There are no easy games. And right now they're suffering under that scrutiny. Sentinels at the helm of it, but it's not over. 2 rounds to work with, and Heretics need to pick up now. Show me that grit. Show me what you can do here. Enough respect being shown, but I'm looking at a flash in hand potentially. A pre-take, no. Just the nade so far. The Sentinels wait on the verge.
Now, Team Heretics, do you stay in? Do you give the same medicine back to Sentinels, block them from getting out the choke points, or do you retreat back to main? They're retreating right now. It's only Miniboo in the site.
He's got so much weight on his shoulders. All of EMEA trying to put their faith in this team, and they're being melted to pieces. 10 takes away Miniboo. Now you're looking at the back lines. Where's that util coming from? Second doesn't care. He's already taken away Woot. They're capitulating. They're falling here. Heretics need to make a stand. A miss of the utility, and Second runs through them. I need a timeout. I need something. I need to see signs of life from Heretics.
Team Sentinels, they burned 2 on that Haven first half. 7 and 10 were the rounds that they called them in. Right now, are we going to see the same thing from Team Heretics, burning both their timeouts just to get signs of life right now? 2 rounds are on the board for them. But
let's keep the same energy. We don't need more, we don't need less.
Sentinels on 5 in a row right now. Unbreakable at the moment, especially Tens is going in. He has that killer instinct right now. He's hitting his shots and he's feeling confident. And when you have a Tens that's hitting hard like this, that is scary.
Oh, you know you got hell to pay when that's happening. And rinse and repeat. What breaks the trend? Sheriffs? A new idea from Boo, something, who knows? Again, you're gonna have to start digging deep. These are the games that test you the most. As I said, 1 life left. You don't have a map to depend on to fall back on. You took a risk in the veto. I respect it. You took a risk with the compositions. I respect it. But then you got to stick the landing.
When Sentinels went up against EDG to get knocked down into this stage of the game, EDG disrespected Sentinels, got in their faces, did not let Sentinels come in on these retakes. Team Heretics giving so much respect to Sentinels, letting them go wherever they want. And again, another A hit. Boo trying to get a lurk timing, but he's going to get caught in the back in a second here.
Oh, and
wait.
Hello? Sassy hasn't turned. Suddenly, he's got a surprise. Sassy goes down and Boo's broken through, but there's a flank on a flank here. The turret does give it away. But still, do they even notice this when they've got 30 seconds to the Terminators here?
30 seconds.
He's still holding this one.
Wait, they don't know.
They don't know the plant. They don't know. Oh my God, Celsius is behind every single player. And look at the patience. Look at the pedigree. He waits and he strikes. Taking down Heretics piece by piece. Just down to Boo, and it's all but done. They are going to be in tatters, Josh.
The crowd, the joy, Sentinels, they're all unleashed right now. Such big plays from everyone coming into play. Boo thinks he's got them on the ropes, thinks he's got them in the back lines, but Zelsis one-ups him, says, hey, you know what?
Yo, you like how we're on the same page?
Guess what? I'm right behind them. The trigger discipline on them, too.
Hey, he's swearing, I did it.
Yeah,
well,
you
so
did,
look, we can share the fines, no worries. I mean, look, there's no two ways to say it. The scoreline almost feels not as condemning as the game has been. It's where the 6 rounds have hit, and you were discussing it. Once we got into the buys, once we got into the real meat of it, where the hell have Heretics been? We know they're good. I don't need to say it. I think all of us at home know that they are a great team. Incredible individuals. They've been in finals. They've made it that far. Didn't quite get to touch that trophy. And again, that elusive victory might evade them once more. And you can't discredit what Sentinels do. People have doubted them every step of the way here. Coming into this, I certainly did. I didn't think they were in form.
Yep.
And God, was I wrong. Jeez, they have absolutely run through regions at this point. They've taken away Fnatic. They've destroyed anyone who stood in their path. It's time to respect them. It doesn't matter who they are or how they're performing. On the day, they turn the hell up. I don't know what Heretics are meant to do. I genuinely don't. This is the X factor. This is those unknown moments where you can't contain them. They've got ults though, Josh. They've got a buy here. What the hell does Heretics do?
There's chances. Look, this half could end up 6-6, and that's respectable, right? But right now, Team Heretics, when they're given the site for free, they back off and let Sentinels create this concave, move back in, but are we going to see another switch up here, another flash timing peak?
But look, TenZ is already here. They just doubled down on the aggression, trying to face Heretics, crush them under their heel. This time, though, they stand, and they stand tall. Ults
Flash
to work
available.
with. And if Sentinels stick around on the side too long, they could get punished because of that. Oh, the re-aggress from Zekken. I told you, they don't respect you. You got to bring them to heel. Zellsis is leaning forward. Heretics this time, defending themselves. Darcy takes away Miniboo, but it's all Heretics thus far. This is better. The best look we've seen from them as to date.
Life still in them. A 4 versus 2. I've seen Sentinels win war like harder rounds to close out. So, but Spike being planted, front generator. This is going to allow them to play this actual safe fall back, play this post plan. But Heretics not knowing where they want to play. Do they want to play up? Do they want to play back? Sitting in maze, ready to strike on a timing. Wait for that wall to drop and do a triple peek, but here comes the molly. It's going to stall a little bit.
Saucy. Not going to get it this time. I respect them trying to double down on the aggression, really offset, getting the heads of Heretics. I like that. This time, though, Heretics keep themselves secure. Safety. And you said it. 6-6 is a respectable scoreline. It can be achieved. There's nothing stopping them there. And they kept 4 alive. They kept some of these ults. This is a really clean and good, respectable round to walk away with.
Especially if they're able to pick up that second half pistol, there's suddenly a game on our hands, especially if it does end in a 6-6 or 7-5 scoreline here. So Team Heretics got to stay in the game mentally. And Sentinels, off the back of that Heretics timeout, decides, okay, you know what? They're probably going to call an elaborate play. Let's just walk up, try to fight them. We've been winning our fights. Why not? But they lose them for the first time. Unlucky. Team Heretics still, though, they want to be able to close this out. Well, Zekken, no flash though. We're seeing Zellsis sitting on that, or TenZ sitting on that boiler, waiting for that molly to come into play to try to take out that defensive turret, so he can deny that molly. Here, the timing, the molly gets thrown. TenZ just left it. Now this turret's going to go down. This is going to cause pressure. Sentinels last time, they went back into middle together as 5 to re-clear this. This time, they stick to their guns. They don't move at all. They don't care.
How is Benji on 10 HP already?
Spam battle, I think.
Must have been.
Or outlaw. Zellsis outlaw shot.
Oh, you're right. There it is. He's a lucky boy to be alive.
But again, Zellsis just fills the position at middle that the turret was holding.
And now you got to try and break through against 3. They're not going to respect you this time. They're still going to stand there, still going to hold their ground. Do they back away because of the ult potentially, or do they double down?
This Thrash, if he gets it perfect at maze and catches Zekken, there's a chance. But right now, it's another 3.5 player stack on this A site for Sentinels. Team Heretics hasn't been able to break through like this before.
Oh, but Zekken still standing, still dangerous. He's been caught this time, detained. Zellsis gets Miniboo. What? How the hell did that happen? Lockdown's in play.
Viper's Pit, maybe?
25 seconds here. What's the game plan? Trying to get a quick plant, Boo? You gonna sacrifice yourself for this? There's 15 seconds. Look at TenZ's position. TenZ is still here though.
Wait.
They have no idea. Wow, Boo! Out of nowhere! Scares the life out of them. 5 seconds pretty soon. Boo is still trying, but the time. How close was that? It's in, and that's all that matters. There's now a 1v3 as Boo just pulled off the most outrageous play. That was something that could haunt them here. And Zellsis might undo it all. That's 1. Needs 2 more. Benji down low. They're together. That could have been it. That could have been it. But it wasn't. Heretics stay alive. Clutching onto this game, clawing back into this game with 2 rounds now, back to back.
I've seen this before from Boo, when he has to put the team on his back. Normally he's the in-game bleeder. You don't look to him to have these standout performances. You look to Benji, you look to Riens and Woot. But Boo, when his team can't find anything, he is the one that steps up. He is the one that has these big confidence plays. That was so risky, and it could have been so devastating for them. But instead, it's one of those high-risk, high-reward plays you need to do.
Oh, wait, JongQT's being chased down!
Chase out.
Mini boost!
The tempo change.
He was on the hunt from the get-go, seeing JongQT. Vulnerability. The sight should be theirs. Viper's Pit off the rip. The pace change is divine, and it's worked. But you heard it. Zekken popping the ult, still has the operator as well. There's a lot of ults here, though, Josh.
Yep. You either have to go through the pit, though, on the outside part of the map, or you have to go into the alarm bot, the mollies, and the funnel. Going for those random spam shots. We've seen him line them up before, but he's popped his Blade Storm. They're going for the defuse.
Rattling off that 338. Excelsis is trying to take a step forward. He finds the target, and it's going to drop. And now suddenly they're in danger. Rienzo has the ult. He might need to invest it sooner rather than later. And now there's problems. A tag on 2, maybe. Is that going to be enough to secure the kill? It is. But down to the same problems again. No! Heartbreak in the same fashion. Rinse and repeat.
This is one of those issues where when you're on that stage, you have the crowd going, you have all the comms, the chatter, the freaking out because you just got flanked in your Viper's Pit and you can't hear that the spike gets half. It gets to half before that 100 Fury goes off, and if it stops them from getting it to half, maybe there's a chance. But again, Heretics falling back and failing. That Viper's Pit could have been on the spike. They could have kept so much pressure on Sentinels, but instead they peel off and Sentinels finds their way in again.
But it's glimmers, it's chances, it's the finest margins. But again, we were looking at the scoreline being close. Can they pick themselves up again? The Heretics have that in them, that grit to go again after being broken so beautifully by Sentinels.
It was an instant 5 versus 4 ultimates used. Can they make enough pressure here at A to make Zekken budge? Can they find that opening pick again? But even if they do, they can't convert it. Sentinels has been winning every retake, basically.
Pressure.
Still, so many players. Sentinels loves the setup. Forward towards A. The retake on B, they have that Hunter's Fury as well if they need it.
How are they going to read this one, though?
Here comes the walk-in.
Timing now, Zekken waited. Double swing on it. He's lucky to be alive here.
The reaction from Sentinels, they weren't sure if they wanted to commit to the rotate or not. They're kind of in the middle of pivoting between the two sites, knowing that, hey, this seems like it's just a ruse. It's going to be back to A. They're in the position. Tense still has a flash, and we've seen him in this position flying out.
30 seconds left.
If this isn't an indication that Heretics is committing here, I don't know what is.
20 seconds now. Denial on the side. It's getting down to the wire. 18 seconds. You're looking for the plant now. Counter 100 Fury. We're going to be seeing 13 seconds. Boo going to find the brain of 10s, but still the plant going to come into play. Zelsis steps forward, loses his life. They're clawing into this one.
5
Heretics
seconds.
showing what they can. These plants are so close. Bloody hell. They are looking good here, though. In the final moments, Heretics hold on. 5 rounds is all they get, but it gives them a chance, Josh. It's so small, but maybe, just maybe, it could be enough.
No mistakes from Team Heretics in this second half. They need to start with that pistol. Sentinels has been looking so good in so many instances, but a few big plays from Team Heretics is helping them stay in the game.
Yeah, this is game on here. There's a chance.
Let's go back, boys.
This is what it's about, those finest of margins. But still, we get to hear from some of my favorite people that there are. Petra and Amy from G2 are standing by with Jen to give us their thoughts.
Hi guys, Jen Lee here. I'm standing here with G2 Gosen's Petra and Amy. 안녕하세요. 이번에는 게임 체인저스 팀인 G2 고준의 페트라 선수와 에이미 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 G2가 사실 미국 회사긴 한데 G2 고준은 유럽 팀이거든요. 오늘 누구를 응원하러 온 건지 물어보도록 할게요. So guys, it's a little bit confusing. G2, Gosen, you guys are part of both regions, Americas and also EMEA. So who are you guys rooting for today?
For EMEA, actually, Heretics, yeah.
Heretics를 응원한다고 합니다. You too, Amy, right?
Yeah, even though I love Sentinels, I need to support my EU brothers.
센티널스를 좋아하기는 하지만 그래도 헤리틱스를 응원하러 왔다고 얘기를 하는데요. 그러면은 응원의 한마디도 부탁해 보도록 할게요. So any fighting words for Sentinel? I mean Heretics, you know they need your good energy.
Yeah, I mean they need to step up their game and comebacks can happen all the time. So go Heretics.
조금 더 열심히 해줬으면 좋겠지만 그래도 역전을 충분히 할 수 있을 것 같아서 헤리틱스가 힘내라고 얘기를 해줬는데요. Do we see a potential comeback happening? 역전할 수 있을지 에이미님한테 또 물어볼게요.
If they keep up their energy, they for sure can do it.
계속해서 좋은 기운을 한번 가져갈 수 있다면 충분히 역전할 수 있다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그러면 또 에이미님한테도 헤리틱스에게 한마디 부탁해 보도록 할게요. So any message over to the Heretics bros?
Sorry, what?
Any message over to the Heretics players?
You got this. Keep up the energy. Let's go.
열심히 해주시고 화이팅이라고 얘기를 했습니다. Thank you, Petra and Amy. 네, 이렇게 해서 페트라 선수 그리고 에이미 선수 만나봤습니다.
7-5. Heretics now have their work cut out. Sentinels, they have a map in hand. They've had the lead on the half here. They probably feel a little safer, but if you're Heretics, it's do or die, Josh. What do you do with this? 5 rounds here, you do the side switch. Where's your mind going? What do you start with?
When we came into this series, we looked at that map pick of Icebox from Team Heretics, a head scratcher. You think that they've cooked up something new with agents. They haven't. You think they've cooked up something new with game plan. They haven't. They've been looking shaky individually, not closing out the rounds that they should be. Mini Boo, trying to find that early contact. It doesn't get punished. But a 3-stack on Maze, a 4th player coming in.
And look at the pace. Sentinels mean business. They want in, re-ends. The first of the door gonna send Zekin away. Takes him down at 20, and they gotta respect that. But they double down. Sentinels singular in approach almost here. Held back currently towards Maze at 410. Nice from Woot. Big opportunity now. This is getting scrappy, getting a bit messy. And Deltas, I told you that classic has something in it.
No way.
No! Mini Boo, not like that. Not like this. And look at the HP on them, Josh. They're barely breathing, but they're still alive. Re-ends. That could have been heaven sent.
John QT down to 11.
Bloody hell, this is just taking lumps out of each other.
3 versus 3. The round slows down. Killjoy down for the defense. That's going to cause some pressure, some strain. Team Heretics, though, they're moving together. They're reading this really well. They know exactly where Sentinels wants to go here.
Yeah, there was no finesse to the start of it, but maybe the end could be a little bit cleaner.
Look at that Viper wall for the attack side. It's on that A site. They have nothing to
30
work with
seconds
here
left.
except their guns. They need to move in so well together. But John QT, 1 shot, he goes down. Zelsis, 2 for him.
It felt like they're second guessing, they're drifting away, but maybe not. Maybe just the one man. Boo, the one who sacrificed everything, gets a double! He's given them the hope, the chance here. And Sussy has to go for this plant. And he's actually been given it an opportunity made out of nothing. He's even evaded the jump spot, but you don't get away from Root. Heretics holding this together.
Heretics did such a good job there. That first initial engagement towards top generator peeled off, realized they didn't want to overstay their welcome. Regroup to the back of the site, fight together. Benji out on his own. He was reloading his sheriff and his teammates weren't swinging with him. And it got a little bit dicey for a second there, but the recovery was good. And the timing of this orb, there's 20 seconds left when he pops that. That leaves them with 5 if they wait it out. So perfectly timed from Boo, getting that second. And you're wondering, why did he not stop that plant? It's better to play that 3 versus 1 and secure that round than to go for stopping that plant. If Saucy wasn't committing to it, gets the kill on Boo, gets the plant, he has a 1-on-2.
Okay, just classics. Send bundle classic, however, so a little bit risky, but should, by all accounts, be comfortable. And I've got to say, when it comes to Boo's performance, because he is the one kind of anchoring this B side, he has been a safe pair of hands here. Really.
Saucy down as well for 17.
Yeah,
down.
beautiful, beautiful from Boo. Doesn't even need to see them, just knows where to spam, knows what to go for. And he plays his life well here. They'd love to take him away, and he's not letting him. Beautiful. Again, backbone, safe pair of hands. He's the ice-cold leader, and sometimes you need someone like that.
Rallying the team behind, we talked about it before. 7-7 to the scoreline off the back of that pistol. Yes, they have both in this game to be able to keep them just barely alive. But, I mean, hey, Sentinel did that to them on David. So right here, this is where the game really starts to separate. Does Team Heretics get to...
That's all she wrote.
They have
That's all
these
she
weapons.
wrote.
They get this bonus round going. Sentinels, what do you have in play? Because right now, maybe if you were thinking, let's go B, guess what? Boo's been having a belter of a performance, as I think you would say.
I certainly would.
Unable to...
Oh, did he
recalled
recall?
it.
Nice.
I think he recalled it.
Yeah.
20-second cooldown.
Perfect. So we'll have to keep a little bit of an eye on it, but at least there's a chance. But it looks like the hit's coming in already. I'm looking at Rien's here. Does he get cleared?
Saw the setup from Sentinels. It was so strong.
Woot though, high dizzy. And Mini Boo on the re-clear. Beautiful approach towards the maze. Oh, and Moshed on the... What? How did... John QC's having a nightmare.
No, he's like 1 in 12 right now.
Yeah, he's having a rough go of things. And we know what he's like. We know what he can do. But this hasn't been hitting for him, at least in this map. Zelsis, Sassy, and Tens left wanting here, barely making it past Maze at all. Barely making it towards sight.
Boo, keeping them contained in here. The can of sardines, he's got them in the back lines, garage jump spotting. The Team Heretic stacked on the back of the site here. But Rienz goes down.
Hold on. You can't doubt him. Mini Boo could do really nicely. Oh, he absolutely can. In unison with Benji. Beautifully timed.
Team Heretic is not only collecting these rounds, Mini Boo standing up there as well, but the fashion that they're doing it, they're fighting together. They're making sure that they are in the same area. You see this re-clear at Maze together with the Dizzy and the slide in. We're seeing this early aggression towards Pipes and Maze. We're seeing that there's so much confidence in leaving Boo on an island. He's doing a great job of surviving and getting kills through the walls as well. Right now, Sentinels pump to the brakes. Round 16. Let's take a timeout. We just lost our first gun round against their bonus. They're catching the lead now. What do we need to switch up here? What's been working for them and what's not been working for us? Well, John QT, I haven't really seen him have any impact. Right now, it seems as a...
Which is rare.
It is rare. And when we look at him and what he does and his impact as a player, he is able to close out rounds. But all of Haven, Tens is just in their faces, killing everyone before they can exit a choke point. John QT is not even needed there. So maybe he hasn't had a chance to warm up, but he's going into this game. He's taking these weird fights from Snowman in a man advantage situation. He's losing his duels and he keeps going for them. Very sloppy work. Maybe as an in-game leader, that's affecting him, and it's affecting how their game plans are, where they're going, the tempo and everything. Maybe he needs to lean on his teammates a little bit more. Zelz is another very vocal player. He's doing really well right now on Killjoy. He's got 17 kills already. He's got a pretty good read of what's going on. He's in perfect positions all throughout that defense, pivoting.
Yeah.
Maybe lean on your teammates. Get them to chime in with a little bit of input of what you need to do to get through this. Tens picking up that, I think that's a Marshall, but still just as deadly as an Outlaw sometimes.
Yeah, looking to scout things out. Benji, please.
Just toying with them a little bit.
He's not, maybe not in this round. Maybe
yeah.
We just chill.
These are the dangerous rounds. When
These
you
are,
highlight Sentinels, this is the round that you don't want to lose. This happened on Haven as well.
Yep. This is when you play it by the book. You know what I mean? You cross the T's, you dot the
your
I's.
Yep.
You're going through every protocol. Because there's certain teams that have such high potential for these rounds. I mean, even statistically. So I get a little scared. Sen is certainly one of those. But we'll see. As it stands, Heretics are I guess not really going to be caught unawares by that. They should be very aware of it. Knife goes in, clears yellow, nothing there.
He's going to catch the timing, get the kill on Rienz. No.
Christ, look at this. Zelsis cracks it open. Does he get traded quickly? No, he's away like a thief of the night. He's out of there. They're doubling back though. Ooh. And they never broke the alarm bot either, so I'm surprised that they pulled so many players away of A, like from towards B.
This is a big gamble from Heretics. It's the wrong read. Sentinels, yes, they're on eco, but they have that Phantom, and with a plant, he's got lockdown. That orb is still there. He can get locked down off the back of that.
Do you ever feel like you're watching a disaster potentially happen?
Yes,
I feel
slow
like
motion.
this could be happening here. But back on site, quick rotation from Mini Boo. There's still support here, 10 seconds. Gotta wait for the plant. They're not gonna go ahead of this. Question mark, they shouldn't go ahead of this. Okay, there we go. Woot keeps himself calm. And now I'm looking to see if that lockdown is in play. No, Zelf is still one off from that. Mini Boo backs off. Zelsis is your danger man. Does he switch that rifle out? He does. Yes. Zekken with the armor. With a full HP, high dizzy, and suddenly you're under the gun, you're under scrutiny, and you're put 10 feet under by John QT and a ghost. He wants more, he gets more! I told you it was a disaster! And we just witnessed it!
John QT, the closer, Zelsis getting up Maze, finding that gap when Rienz was on the drone, dodging it, taking him out, getting that Phantom, And it's again, those are the rounds you cannot lose to Sentinels. That is what gets them into the game. That's what kills your entire confidence.
Momentum, everything.
It's gone. It's dried. And Sentinels runs with these rounds. We talked about John QT.
Welcome back to
he
me.
was at
I
one
was
kill.
a bit late.
3 kills on that round to take him to 4. Sentinels. Oh man, that is a must-needed round.
That could be the swing. Will that be the one? We're still all even. How is that mental for Heretics now, though? This is when it brings it into question. And they feel that pressure when you make mistakes. And Sentinels, as I said, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, they'll run with that. And this time it looks committed, at least to start with. Want to see them remove Alarm Bot. That's gone.
Even spread so much faith on Woot on this A site, even though he's got that Thrash. The bait setup trying to come into play here. Boo wants to get behind yellow, but knows once that knife or dart comes off cooldown, he can get caught. Zelsis has his lockdown off the back of that. It's going to be instantly invested.
Does Boo get out of here?
Benji stole that mid line.
Okay. It still feels so tense. Boo. Scary way to play. And Sassy going to post this actually. One towards Snowman and kind of back towards middle. That's going to be Benji noted, but that's fine. That's not the end of the world. Miniboo going to be held back as well. John QT taking a chunk of damage here, but he takes one with him. Oh, what a follow-up! John QT coming alive when they needed him. But middle's getting one out by Heretics. And now John QT is not safe. Benji strikes back. And now a 2v3. Zelsis and Zekken, though, some heavy hitters still here. They pop the ult on this one. Boo wants to try and keep this at least in their favor. So Zekken gets curious, takes a glance, and didn't see Benji. Zekken now spamming as Benji finds Zelsis. Zekken still stands, and time is ticking. They got to get a move on. Zekken, can he connect here? Trying to get towards us. He's done so well! The time, though, is there. The fuse is there. And Heretics take back the lead.
Close round. Both teams giving it their all, and I swear, you mention his name once, and he's just like, what? Did someone call my name?
Summoned.
John QT
Summoned.
In their faces. This is what Tens was doing on Haven, just getting in their faces, lining them up, and taking them down. But right now, you're right, Team Heretics does take the lead. Sentinels doesn't have the great economy, but either team does. These teams come down to the wire with one alive at the end.
It's round by round.
It's not even that, it's that it could be a big one round. It can be the difference of 2 or 3 rounds.
Yep.
Miniboo going down early here. This is not the round to go aggro, not off the back of a win, not when your teammates have $0, 100 on Boo. Right now, just split apart. Team Heretics, they switch up their setup. They wanted to go aggressive on B. They put Benji on A. That Viper's Pit on John QT, though, I look to that. If he gets in their faces, pops that towards screens, doesn't enable Team Heretics the ability to even get out the choke point. What do you do? But Benji, he's got a lockdown of his own. He needs to use it.
Rien's the mechanical monster, but Zekken's in. Rien's doing the dance, trying to find him. It looks like a 2v1 right now, but Benji's the one to catch him. But Zelsis on top of the site. The lockdown, you got to evacuate quickly, you got to respect it. And Benji gonna backfill the space. Puts his body on the line now. Yeah, he's creeping towards Maze. But Tens knows this, but does he know who's up against? Benji Fishy! Could have closed it down, but it's a 1v1. Boo's been the backbone, but Zelsis could break it. 30 seconds, Spike is there. Zelsis clearing corners, and now he knows. Boo gonna just slip away, try and play the timing a touch. 5 bullets to play with.
He's got that Viper's Molly as well, waiting for that tap. He's been so big for these guys before, but Zelsis at the top of the...
He's hunting. 5 bullets. He's hunting.
He's
looking, and he can't get him in time! Boo! Off the back of Benji's brilliance! Does exactly what Heretics needed!
A 4 versus 5 conversion as well for Team Heretics. Benji in a 2 versus 4 re-aggresses into Maze and lines them up. Tops them all over right there. That's huge. A 4 kill. Almost ended up with that ace as well. Just couldn't connect. And
those are those moments.
These rounds are so... You can't predict them.
No.
You really can't. And an outlaw purchase from Rien's, realizing the economy situation from Sentinels here. Zekken also Bladestorm.
Starting to feel the scrutiny themselves, Sentinels. First time we felt that pendulum really start to swing here. But as you said, this can be, any situation is still winnable, it's still doable. The caliber between these two teams is off the charts. So for now, let's look at the opening approach here.
Sentinels talked about how good they are with those audibles, with those adaptations on the fly. But right now, they're not showing us anything new. They're not really using middle that often. They're not even breaking that turret or alarm bot. Benji stealing that space again. So Sentinels, all this work and effort to steal this space, to pressure Team Heretics to use that drone to re-clear things. But Team Heretics, they don't even need a budge. Benji off that sound cue, off A site, B site. Oh, hey, you guys are split. Cool. I'm gonna go take out your turret. Create some more pressure on you guys. And here, Sentinels, they're regrouping right now, all of them together. They're leading Zelsis in mid for that late flank. But will they clear Miniboo? He's just on the edge here, so he can dodge and knife here and then get back behind yellow.
Let's see.
It's a flash. It's a flash and dash.
Yeah, flash.
30 seconds left.
No dash on the follow-up. Miniboo's still here, and Boo's gonna find Zekken. Oh wait, they're falling! What is going on here? Miniboo, the surprise of their life, and Benji pulls him into the blender. Zelsis makes his appearance, but he's got an uphill struggle. A 2v4, and Tens can do nothing. Oh, give it to him. Give it to him.
10 seconds left.
He's waving. He's waving.
You know
disrespect.
If you give it like that, you got to take it as well. Zelsis has always been the player up. He's always the one giving it large.
That is
and now
true.
there's a timeout.
A must-needed timeout as well.
30 seconds left.
Looking at round 20. They're down by 3. Team Heretics. This is a very close scoreline to what we saw in the last game as well. Yeah. And keeping in mind, Sentinels won both pistols in that last map. Now, Team Heretics, they win both pistols. They have the lead. They are on the cusp. Sentinels stringing together these buys, but still, we talked about how good they are and making these adaptations, figuring out where the enemy is, manipulating their positioning on the defense. Right now, Team Heretics is in full control. As soon as Sentinel shows their hand, Benji disrupts it at middle, and then that bait and switch setup with Big Bro, Little Bro, it was so good. I was wondering, like, wait, they don't know you're here and you're using your wall and everything. They still come out on top of the situation. But still, Sentinels need to do something a little bit different. This timeout from the coach, maybe he gets involved. Maybe he tells them which parts of the map to utilize a little bit more. Because Team Heretics, they're just locking it down 2-1-2.
They are, and they are in control of this. We asked at the half, how badly do they want it? They clawed back some key rounds from that first half to give them a lifeline. And that's all it needed. A chance given, a moment. They took it with both hands. Tournament life is on the line here. There is no going after this. You don't win, you go home. That's it. And for Heretics, it came down to this map to try and stay alive. SEN could have closed out in 2, but we're not there yet. 8-11. Heretics do have the upper hand, but a timeout comes. Does it answer their problems? Does it find solutions? They're trying to isolate Boo at the start here. He's not going down, though. He's playing a really balanced game. Oh, Zekken, though.
Very
still
here,
wanting
Boo.
to follow up. And he's got support.
Waiting for that flash. He's going to activate his dash with that flash. Try to punish Woot there behind that yellow. The 3-man stack, though. Does one play anti? Anticipating. They have to read again.
Flash, dash, we're away. No one playing anti, and the body's going to what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something went wrong. Something went wrong mechanically on that one. Mouse problem, don't know. That's
not happy about whatever
that's
happened
horrific.
There.
That could be a mental breaker too. We'll come back to that. For now, it's a 4v4. And it's a pivot. Zelsis could still give them the golden path here to go ahead. He's got help as well. Sarsi's with him. Trying to clear some of this utility. Benji on the verge. Big pickup. Benji's starting to find his footing here. A quiet series until now. We saw him pick up that 4, almost 5 earlier on. And 10 struggling to find safety. He's banking on someone to save him, and there's no one coming. But can Tens be the one? No, it's all on John QT in a 1v3. And he's dealt with it. 12 for Heretics. And I feel like we might have a tech pause, but who knows?
Match point.
Game wouldn't be a game without.
We'll see. I'm interested. Because I don't know if it went off the mouse pad, something. It felt like so many.
I've had that happen to a teammate. They swiped so much and it went off the mouse pad. I've seen sensor issues. I've seen everything. But right now, Team Heretics in their faces, disrespecting Sentinels, not playing to the normal game plan they have, is waiting for everyone to group, then doing the retake together. They're feeling confident, they're taking these duels, they're disrespecting Sentinels, and that's exactly the name of the game. That's what EDG did to send Sentinels down here. Now Team Heretics taking a page out of their book, getting a little bit loose, winning the duels, feeling confident enough to take them. And again, another 3-man stack here on that B site for Team Heretics. Another good read. A site completely undefended right now. Lockdown, Hunter's Fury in play if they need it for that retake.
Looking at Tens' ult as well, though. That's huge.
And Saucy.
Yeah, now that ready. Kind of a bookend, really. Start and end.
We get to see a lurk this time. John QT,
like
we haven't seen them go through mid yet.
Start the round now with commitment. And look at the utility. This sets John QT up. This could be massive. Benji spotted it! That could be so much. That could be near on everything. Tens goes down as well. It's falling for Sentinels. That lifeline, that grit, that determination we asked for, but the Reds comes in. He's back on his feet. A 5v4. It ain't over yet. Zekken on the site has to play this smart. Benji with the lockdown. Tens, he's not moving. He's not moving though. He's still standing. They're still fighting. Zekken trying to back away here. He has to respect this to an extent. Wood trying to play forward. We're going to have the Hunter's Fury lockdown destroyed. And now we've got the pressure building here. How much is left in the tank for Sentinels? That's how much. Zekken still going. Sassy taking them away. A downist on Zels. It's on Zekken here, and it's all on Boo on the other side. Maybe 9 is calling Sentinels his name, as Boo knows he's out of time, and he's not running away from that.
Will the round end before the spike explodes? They save their guns, okay.
Yep, big.
Keep them into this next round. Map point for Team Heretics to even up the series 1-1. Huge impact, opening duels for Benji.
If John QT got away with that, you
Right.
thought that could be totally different.
Right. But so far, so many rounds, Team Heretics is finding that first kill and converting it. And even the rounds that they haven't, when Miniboo died on that garage push at pushing
Comeback
QB,
starts here, whether it's this map or the
converted. Zekken looks like mentally he's rebound from whatever happened.
Yeah. That shows a great deal of wherewithal, even for a young player like him.
Good info for Team Sentinels. I wonder if Team Heretics uses that to kind of get in front of where Sentinels is going to go next. Change the setup.
Curious, isn't it? Do they then expect it to be this fast B piece? Do they even though layer ahead of that? Who knows? For now, what we can see is that Boo's already expecting this to an extent, sitting deeper by Snowman, sitting a little further back. But still, they've conditioned them to have to clear yellow like this. They have to invest, show their hand early.
Securing that Snowman control, making it easy for the rest of his team to be able to come through middle, through kitchen, through that hallway, and come in for this retake. But we see this. Sentinel still hasn't even broached the site yet, but it's a 5v5 right here. Benji listening for the callback. Zelsis versus Benji.
The Zelsis clear. The crowd. It didn't give away the game, and Benji rewarded. Takes away Zelsis, and the pressure starting to mount. Heretics holding on here. Eyeing up that third map. You could imagine it might be John QT, Sassy, Tens. If they stand, I'm not going to call it done just yet, but Heretics have done everything we asked of them. They've walked the path. They've walked this game back from the brink, back from disaster. And now 2 more bodies to drop. Sassy and John QT in their way of opening up that third map to keep hope alive here for the Heretics side. Desperate to find fair fights. You're not going to get them. John QT has to face the music. Has to wait for map 3 to try and turn their fates. Heretics, they've given us a game.
Team Heretics delivering the goods. They pick Icebox, their worst map statistically. They come back into this with just intensity. We haven't seen the side of them getting in their faces.
This is it. They're back alive. It's game on. We've got map 3, and God, did this game deserve it.
Red Bull gives you wings.